Solo Leveling episode 7 just came out, chat. No spoilers. No spoilers. All right. We're going to talk about it, but we're not going to spoil anything because that's how we do it. Solo Leveling episode 7 just came out, and I gotta say it's pretty good. It's pretty good. You know, an anime is good, chat, when you watch the episode and it seems like it only lasted for like, I don't know, 5 minutes. Yeah, it was one of those types of episodes that it felt like it was really good. It was really good. I liked it. I'm afraid of this anime, chat. It's because it's so good. We're in a situation where someone could drop the ball by rewriting the manga and ruining the whole thing. I've never read the manga, but you know, when they change the source material, a lot of bad stuff can happen, chat. A lot of bad stuff can happen. So when you have a situation like this, I feel like a lot of things could go wrong with this anime because it's so good. When you find a good anime, a lot of things can go wrong with it. It's like topping the charts. There's a lot of pressure. Under pressure. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that song. There's a lot of pressure for the studio to stick with the source material. I hope that they stick with the source material. Whatever that source material may be. All I know is that it was good enough for them to make an anime of it. So, hey, don't change it, because that's what happened, chat. That's exactly what happened to Made in Abyss. No, not Made in Abyss. The Promised Neverland. That's exactly what happened to The Promised Neverland. They changed the source material for whatever reason, and then it flopped. And then they said sorry. And then I was like, all right, I forgive you. It's good to forgive people, chat. It's good too. It's good for the soul. It's good for the heart. It's good for the digestive system. Now, like I said before, no spoilers, and I've never looked over or browsed the manga, not even the slightest. In fact, I do my best to block every page I come across that has spoilers in it, chat, on Facebook or wherever. I would just block it. I'm like, know what? You can't be trusted with that much power. No one man should have all that power. Something Kanye West an hour. Yep. But the future of this anime, I said last time, chat, that he can't keep getting stronger. He can't. And I think this episode might have changed my prediction a little bit. I think so. I think this episode might change my prediction slightly. I think it has. Nope, no, it hasn't. Not one bit. It hasn't changed my prediction. My prediction is still the same. There's no way for him to get stronger and stronger and stronger. There's no way for him to get stronger and stronger and stronger. Godb says, well, it's only going to be a 3-season anime. You know what stinks, chat? Is that all good things must end. I really hate that. You're telling me an anime as good as this can't be as long as Naruto or Dragon Ball or Bleach? Come on, man. I mean, granted. Oh, the manga's ended. Oh, dang it. One of the things that I'm also afraid of with this anime is that when it's over, what the heck else are we going to do with our lives? What's going to fill that void, chat? Actually, I tried watching that one anime where the guy, he used to be like a deadly assassin, but he settled down and became fat. I tried watching that, couldn't make it through the first episode, chat. I was almost halfway in, and I stopped it. Godb says, well, they could freeball it. Yeah, they could, but that's very dangerous. And I've said this before, chat. When you make a manga, and you strike gold, and that's rare. That is rare. You strike gold with that anime, and people want to see it you strike gold with that manga, and people want to see it as an anime. You don't want to try striking gold again, because striking gold is rare. Not every manga, becomes as popular enough to become an anime. Like, you shoot yourself in the foot when you do that. So I don't think they're going to freeball it. That's very dangerous. It could just tarnish the name of it, because you know who did freeball it? It was Made in Abyss. After season 2 or something like that, they just stopped. I think it was season 2. They just stopped. And there's way more manga source material, way more. But because they tried to freeball it, people got upset. They were like, all right, we're sorry, and we're not going to make any more. I'm like, well, there it is. It's all over. The manga, I think, might still be going, maybe. But yeah, freeballing is a very bad idea. I would like them to do that, but for the sake of ruining the anime, is probably an idea that they don't do that. Probably for the best. I've started watching that one anime. What was it called? the one, it's like a detective anime where the girl, she's a head in a cage. I started watching that. That's very interesting. It's serious, but it's got a little bit of humor to it. I like, you know, humor in my anime, but a lot of the anime that I watch, I prefer to just be mostly serious with a little bit of humor because I can get sucked in. When I see too much like chibi face, and I was talking to my co-host, right? I was talking to my co-host about during our podcast, and I was talking about how chibi face, too many chibi faces inside of an anime or inside of an episode ruins it for me because I know it's going to be a not so serious kind of anime, even though it is serious, but it's weighed down. If the bad guy is making a chibi face, like his eyes are popping out of his head or something like that, then I lose all respect for that anime. Not all of it, but I lose interest for that anime. I want to drop it like a Nerf ball or whatever kind of heavyweight ball. But yeah, it's now we have to wait until next week before a new episode comes out for Solo Leveling. Next week, huh? I hope, chat, I hope that there is a new ladder of bad guys that pop up. You know what? They could end up making more manga of this. Depending on how they ended it, they could make more manga of this. They say, hey, this became way more popular than we thought. We could either extend it or we could use that fame to create another, like a totally different anime. They could do that. They could. But what I want to see with this anime, chat, is a new ladder of monsters that the main character has to fight. And he can't fight them on their same power level because we know the guy is strong. We know that the guy is strong, the main character. What we want to see him use his brain to figure out how to beat the bad guy instead of just overpowering him. Because we've seen so many characters over the years overpower other characters. We've seen that. So that's we will see, chat. We will see a new, but the problem is if they add a new ladder of bad guys, like 5 or 10 of them, then you have a Bleach situation where all these, there's like so many bad guys and everything, and you have to fight through them one by one, or at least most of the strongest ones, the main character. You know what I want to see? I want to see the main character become evil. I want to see the main character become a bad guy. Yeah, there I said it. But you don't see that too often, chat. You don't really see too many bad guy characters. There are a few of them out there, but they're bad in a good way. They do they're doing good in a bad way, if that makes any sense. The best isekai anime I've ever seen is that skeleton guy. That's the skeleton guy with the Overlord. The best isekai anime. That's the best. Even better than reincarnated as a slime. Oh yeah, I said it. Those are fighting words for some people, but that's the best isekai anime out there. Nothing tops that. Wait, yep. I was thinking for a second of like, what's the best anime? And I was like, well, no, I was thinking like, what's the best dub anime? Even though that's not what I said whatsoever. And the best dubbed anime, chat, Ghost Stories. Ghost Stories is the best dubbed anime on this planet, and it might be that way for years, forever, really, because that's funny. That is funny. Oh yeah. The best dubbed anime ever. It's not gonna get any better than that. When you give a studio, I'm not 100% sure how it happened with Ghost Stories, chat, but when you give a studio unfiltered access to say whatever they want, and they just so happen to be funny. Apparently, the people at that studio were funny. That's very rare. That's very rare when you have just a bunch of people who are funny. Maybe it was just the writers who, like the 1 or 2 writers that was just like the funny ones. But man, where are they funny? What it seemed like to me happened while they were at the studio is what seemed like that happened while they was in the studio. They said, all right, we're just gonna make a few recordings and just say what we want and just see what happens, see what sticks. I feel like the only way for them to have done that better, the only way for Godby says the dub was falling off, so the producers said to make it popular, do what they want. Yeah, the anime, from what I heard, the anime didn't do so well in Japan, so they said, hey, and when you dub it in the United States, say do what you want, just don't cut anything out. You can say what you want, just don't cut anything. Keep everything good, the same. But oh crud, I was about to say something very important. Dang it, what was I saying before I said what you I was answering you? Dang it, what was it, chat? What did I say? It's very important. Oh yes, so the only way for the dub to be any better for Ghost Stories, the only way for it to have been any better is if they had the people from South Park. And I say this in a way, right, chat? I say this in a way where you've never, like, you haven't even heard of South Park, right? So you don't have South Park in your brain when you listen to the dub. That's that's the only way like it could have been better. And I'm not saying used their South Park's voice actors. I mean use South Park writers. Using South Park's writers could have made it better. And I don't see any other way or any other team making Ghost Stories dub any better. It's just it's perfection. It's gold. If you had the writers from South Park, you could turn it into polished gold. That's how I see it, chat. That's how I see it. Because South Park gives no F's, chat, about like offending anybody. None whatsoever. Keep the same voice actors, right? For Ghost Stories, the English voice actors. But the only way to have made like I could see even making that better, the writing any better, is if the guys from South Park wrote it. Yeah. But aside from that, I don't really. Maybe if God came down and wrote it, the dub could have been better because he knows what's funny. I assume. I hope he knows what's funny. Jeez, that'd be depressing. But yeah, I don't know any. I know a lot of jokes, but I don't find them funny because I just know the punchline of everything. I'm like, all right, what a buzzkill. Anyway, that's about it. We can get started on some Elden Ring. I'm excited.